What is up, you guys? This is Dwyer, and welcome back to Skyrim. Now,
what is it that you need?
I need help setting a trap.
I must have misheard you. I thought you asked me to help you trap a dragon in my palace.
Yeah. What's your point?
I'm sorry, but I can't do it. We'll just have to keep fighting the dragons as best we can.
It's gone farther than dragons.
You want me to let the dragon into the heart of my city?
Yeah.
With the threat of war on my doorstep?
Mm-hmm.
There must be another way. The risk is too great.
Why? It's Alduin.
Alduin? The World Eater himself?
Yes.
But how can we fight him? Doesn't his return mean it's the end times?
I'm Dragonborn.
I don't know about such things, but I heard the Greybeard summon you. That's good enough for me.
I would hope so.
Now what's this nonsense about trapping a dragon in my palace?
It's not nonsense.
I want to help you, Dragonborn, and I will, but I need your help first.
Why?
Ulfric and General Tullius are both just waiting for me to make a wrong move. Do you think they will sit idle while the dragon is slaughtering my men and burning my city?
I care?
No. I can't risk weakening the city while we are under the threat of enemy attack.
You're under the threat of dragons attacking.
Then I would be glad to help you with your mad dragon trapping scheme, but getting both sides to agree to a truce will be difficult at this point. The bitterness has gone too deep. Maybe. What of the Greybeards? They are respected by all Nords.
This is true.
High Hrothgar is neutral territory. If the Greybeards were willing to host a peace council, then maybe Ulfric and Tullius would have to listen.
Yeah. I'll get to work on it.
Aye, Dragonborn. Maybe you can stop the dragons and
Shut
this
up.
war in the bargain. Now.
Okay. Meeting. Right. Where are the Greybeards? Where are they? We will wait 2 hours. There they are.
Now that everyone is here,
Yeah.
please take your seats so we can begin. I hope that we have all
You're
come
not
here
seated.
in the spirit
You
of...
insult us by bringing her to this negotiation? You're Chief Talos Hunter?
That didn't take long.
Here.
That didn't
I
take
have
long.
every right to be at this negotiation.
Says who?
I need to ensure that nothing is agreed to here that violates the terms of the White Gold Concordat.
She's part
What
of the
is
Imperial
that?
delegation. You can't dictate who I bring to this council.
Please, if we have to negotiate the terms of the negotiation, we will never get anywhere.
No, we
Perhaps
won't.
this would be a good time to get the Dragonborn's input on this matter.
By Izmir's beard. The nerve of those Imperial bastards, eh? To think that I would sit down at the same table with that. Thalmor bitch. Either she walks or I do.
Sit down. You'll have to give at some point.
Maybe so, but bringing her here is a deliberate provocation. Tullius needs to know I won't be
Sit
pushed
down.
around.
We have bigger problems. No.
It feels like a mistake to me.
I
but I'll
don't care
bow
what
to your
feels like a
judgment
mistake.
on this. But she is to observe, nothing more. We are not negotiating with her. Is that clear?
Ulfric, why so hostile?
This is gonna
After
be
all, it's not the
Oh.
Thalmor that's burning your farms and killing your sons.
She's supposed to be on our
You
side?
know exactly.
Apparently so.
No. Not this time.
Now that that's settled, may we proceed?
I have something to say first.
Of course you do.
Here we go.
The only reason I agreed to attend this council was to deal with the dragon menace. There's nothing else to talk about. Unless the Empire is finally ready to renounce its unjust claim to rule over the free people of Skyrim.
I knew he wouldn't be
We're
able to
here
resist.
to arrange a temporary truce to allow the Dragonborn here to To deal with the dragons, nothing more. I consider even talking to the Empire a generous gesture.
Are you done? Did you just come here to make speeches, or can we get down to business?
Yes, let's get this over with.
Are we ready to proceed?
Hopefully.
Jarl Ulfric. General Tullius. This council is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request. I ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar. Do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace in Skyrim. Who would like to open the negotiations?
Yes, let's get down to it. We want control of Markarth.
Oh dear
That's
Lord.
our price for agreeing to a truce.
So that's why you're here, Ulfric? You dare to insult the Greybeards by using this council to advance your own position?
Jarl Elisif.
General, this is outrageous. You can't be taking this demand seriously. I thought we were here to discuss a truce.
Elisif, I said I'd handle it. Ulfric, you can't seriously expect us to give up Markarth at the negotiating table. You hoped to gain in council what you've been unable to take in battle, is that it?
I'm sure Jarl Ulfric does not expect something for nothing.
Yes, that'd be entirely
What would
out
the
of character.
Empire want in return?
Wait, General, you don't intend to just hand over Markarth to that traitor?
This is how the Empire repays us for our loyalty?
Enough. First, let's be clear. This council wasn't my idea. I think it's a waste of time.
Of course.
You are a traitor to the Empire, and deserve a traitor's death. But I at least will negotiate in good faith.
Very well.
Since we're all here at your request, I'd like to hear what you think Markarth is worth.
How about the rift?
The rift would help secure our communications with Cyrodiil, and threatened Ulfric's southern flank. You heard the man, Ulfric. We've made you a fair offer. Are you serious about these talks, or are you just here to posture?
I expected better from you, Dragonborn. I came here in good faith, and now it seems you help the Empire at every turn.
What?
As for you, General Tullius, I see now that Galmar was right. Talking to the Empire is just as useless as ever. If you think you can hold Markarth, you're as deluded as your Emperor when he signed away our freedom to the Thalmor. Skyrim will never again bow to your false empire. Let's go, Galmar. I should have listened to you in the first place.
You always were a fool, Ulfric. You're no better at diplomacy than you are in the battlefield.
Stop! Are you so blind to our danger that you can't see past your petty disagreements? Here you sit arguing about nothing, while the fate of the land hangs in the balance.
Is he with you, Delphine? If so, I advise you to tell him to watch his tongue.
He is with me. And I advise you both to listen to what he has to say before you do anything rash.
Don't you understand the danger? Don't you understand what the return of the dragons means? Alduin has returned, the World Eater. Even now he devours the souls of your fallen comrades. He grows more powerful with every soldier slain in your pointless war. Can you not put aside your hatred for even one moment in the face of this mortal danger?
A very pretty speech. But what does it
Shut
have
up.
to do with the...
If he's
Shut
right
up.
about Albuin, we both have
Thank you,
just
Ulfric.
as much to lose here, Tullius. Remember that. Now, back to the matter at hand. Don't hand me a mug of sheep's piss and call it mead. These terms are still not acceptable.
I'm sure you have something in mind.
Damn right we do.
You surrender Falkreath to us. Sidgeir steps down, and Dengir of Stun resumes the Jarlship.
Where do these demands stop, Ulfric? Do you expect me to surrender all of Skyrim?
It seems
No, it
I have no
does.
choice but to let the Dragonborn decide. Although I'm starting to doubt your fairness.
Oh, shut up.
What say you, Dragonborn?
I say it's fair.
Spoken like a true son of Skyrim. I suppose that's the fairest deal we're likely to get.
It seems we may have an agreement. Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, these are the terms currently on the table. Markarth will be handed over to Ulfric's forces, Jarl Igmund will step down, and Thongvor Silverblood will become the Jarl of Markarth. The Stormcloaks will withdraw from the rift, allowing Imperial troops unhindered access. Jarl Leila Lawgiver will step down, and
What the heck was that?
Blackguard
Leila
will become
Lawgiver?
the Jarl of Riften. Falkreath will be turned over to Ulfric, and Dengir of Stoon will return as Jarl. You both agree to this?
The Sons of Skyrim will live up to their agreements, as long as the Imperials hold to theirs. What about you, Elisif? Are these terms to your liking? Speak up! I'm sure General Tullius is waiting to do your bidding.
I have nothing to say to that murderer. General, you've proven yourself a good friend to Skyrim. I continue to trust that you will do your utmost to safeguard our interests.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. I appreciate your loyalty. The Empire can live with these terms, yes, for a temporary truce, until the Dragon Menace is dealt with. After that, Ulfric, there will be a reckoning. Count on it.
Come on, Galmar. We have a lot of work to do.
Giving up Markarth is a heavy price for this truce, Dragonborn. I hope it was worth it.
I'm afraid there's a problem. A serious one. I've discovered who the Greybeard's leader really is.
Yeah, he's a dragon, but he helped.
All well and good, but did you know that he was Alduin's chief lieutenant in ancient times?
Does that matter?
Responsible for terrible atrocities. It's true that his crimes are long in the past, but justice does not count the passage of years. The Blades have been hunting him for centuries, but he was protected by the Greybeards, and then the Emperors. Justice demands that he die for his crimes. Until he is dead, I'm afraid my oath as a Blade prevents me from offering you aid and comfort.
No.
I anticipated the problem. While you were arranging this meeting, I was busy in the library of Skyhaven Temple, an unguessed trove of lost lore. But the important thing is that the Blades recorded many of the names of dragons they slew.
Did they?
Cross-referencing this with Delphine's map of dragon burial sites, I believe I've identified one of the dragons that Alduin has raised up.
How does that help?
Don't you see?
No.
The names of dragons are always 3 words of power, shouts. By calling the dragon with a voice, he will hear you wherever he might be.
So I'm calling a dragon's name.
He's not compelled to, but dragons are prideful by nature and loath to refuse a challenge. Your voice in particular is likely to intrigue this dragon after your victory over Alduin. I think it's very likely that he will be unable to resist investigating your call.
If you say so.
Ah, indeed. I'm no master of the voice, like these worthy gentlemen. But it is written here in this
Elderly
scroll.
gentleman. You're about the same age as them.
Winged snow hunter, as I read it.
Jarl Balgruuf.
Well, that was
I
easy.
assume you are familiar with the dragon.
We're ready when you are.
Whatever. Let's call this dragon.
You do have a plan for luring a dragon here, yeah?
Yep.
It's so bright out here. I don't know how you stand it.
Hear that?
No. Oh, there's our winged friend now. Maybe not his friend. There he goes! He's flying! He's falling!
Never should have come here.
Dragon Rend.
Where'd you come from?
Steady.
Where is
Steady
he?
now.
Good boy. Come on. get down here.
Overseen. Here I am.
Yep. Now get in here. Come on. Come on. Snap.
Ubona. You went to a great deal of trouble to put me in this humiliating position.
I'm sorry for that.
In Sir Alduin, No doubt you want to know where to find Alduin.
Yes. Do you know where he is?
Renik Vaza. An apt phrase. Alduin Boval. One reason I came to your call was to test your Thuum for myself. Many of us have begun to question Alduin's lordship, whether his Thuum was truly the strongest. Among ourselves, of course, Muni Mae, none were yet ready to openly defy him.
Of course not.
Once Lord Croesus, innumerable pardons, I digress. He has traveled to Sovngarde to regain his strength, devouring the Silesure.
That's where the people go when they
souls of
die,
the mortal
isn't it?
dead.
It's like their heaven.
A privilege he jealously guards. His door to Sovngarde is at Skuldafn, one of his ancient fanes high in the eastern mountains. Mindoran pa ok midove navarantil.
What?
I surely do not need to warn you that all his remaining strength is marshaled there.
Good.
Zuulost ofan hinlan. Now that I have answered your question, you will allow me to go free? Serve you?
Or serve
No. Need id. If and when you defeat Alduin, I will reconsider. Croesus. There is one detail about Skuldafn I neglected to mention.
What is Croesus? What? Tell me what you know.
Only this. You have the Thuum of a Dova.
Yeah.
But without the wings of one, you will never set foot in Skuldafn.
Well then.
Of course, I could fly you there, but not while imprisoned like this.
I will free you if you take me there.
Onikan Korav Gain Mirad. It is wise to recognize when you only have one choice.
Yeah.
And you can trust me.
Can I?
Zuni Tarudis. Alduin has proven himself unworthy to rule. I go my own way now. Free me, and I will carry you to Skuldafn.
Okay. I'll free you. Where's the stairs? There you are.
I can't believe that worked.
Vaznu, Zenith, are you ready to see the world as only a Dova can?
Yep.
Saran Uth, I await your command as promised. Are you ready to see the world as only a Dova can?
I'm ready.
Zukbrit Oth. I warn you, once you've flown the skies of Kaizal, your envy of the Dove will only increase.
Shut up and take me there. More
Amativ,
pressing matters are at hand.
Nubokotin Stinselok.
And we are in Sovngarde. Oh boy. clear skies.
Courage is useless.
Who are you?
Turn back, traveler. Terror waits within this mist. Many have braved the shadowed veil, but vain is all courage against the peril that guards the way.
I'm Dragonborn.
Bring word the shores all
This is some interesting vocals in acapella. That looks like one of the Words of Power walls. All doing itself. Why couldn't I just slay him now? I mean, just then.
What brings you, Wayfarer, friend? To wander here in Sovngarde.
I need entrance.
No shade are you, as usually here passes. But living, you dare the land of the dead. By what right do you request entry?
By the way of birth, I am Dragonborn.
Ah. It's been too long since last I faced a doom-driven hero of the Dragonland. Living or dead, by decree of shore, none may pass this perilous bridge till I judge them worthy by the warrior's test.
Of course.
Fools!
Holy crap! Okay, health. Health is needed and running away. Health and running away. Two things that'll work perfectly. Really? Nope, 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 nope.
Waited long for such a worthy opponent.
Nope, 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 nope.
Welcome, Dragonborn. Our door has stood empty since Alduin first set his soul snare here. By Shor's command, we sheathed our blades, and ventured not the Vale's dark mist. But three await your word to loose their fury upon the perilous foe.
Good.
Gormlaith, the fearless, glad-hearted in battle. Hekon, the valiant, heavy-handed warrior. Feldir, the old, far-seeing and grim.
Are they the three that I saw using the shout?
At long last, Alduin's doom
Alduin
is now
escaped
ours
us
to
long
seal.
ago.
Just speak
For
the word.
100
and
lifetimes,
Our
my
well-tempered
heart burns
revenge.
for
Smite
revenge
the
on Alduin
wherever
too
he
long
lives.
delayed.
Hold, comrades. Let us counsel take before battle is blindly joined. Alduin's mist is more than a snare. Its shadowy gloom is his shield and cloak. But with 4 voices joined, our valor combined, we can blast the mist and bring him to battle.
Good to know.
Feldir speaks wisdom. The World Eater, coward, fears you, Dragonborn.
Yeah.
We must drive away his mist,
should.
shouting together, and then unsheath our blades in desperate battle with our black-winged foe.
To battle, my friends!
And we cross this rickety bridge made out of the spine of something I don't even want to imagine exists.
Eyes of shore upon you stand. Defeat Alduin.
foe in this mist.
Clear skies! Combine our shouts!
Really?
Again!
Again! Together!
Will you stop that nonsense?
Does his strength have no end? Is our struggle in vain?
Stand fast! His strength is failing. Once more and his might will be broken.
His power crumbles. Do not pause for breath.
Okay, where is he? Do I honestly have to go get him? Found him! Hey, Alduin. How about an old favorite? Get back down here. Was it needed to land in front of my face? Come on, Alduin. Just go down. Make my job a whole lot easier. I was gonna run up to him with my two-handed weapon and see what happened. Face your... Not your feet. That is not a dragon. I don't know what that is. There's his head. Head green. That happened.
This was a mighty deed. The doom of Alduin encompassed at last, and cleansed his Sovngarde of his evil snare. They will sing of this battle in Shore's Hall forever. But your fate lies elsewhere.
It does?
When you have completed your count of days, I may welcome you again with glad friendship and bid you join the blessed feasting.
Aye.
When you are ready to rejoin the living, just bid me so, and I will send you back.
I'm ready.
Return now to Nurn, with this rich boon from Shore, my lord. A shout to bring a hero from Sovngarde in your hour of need.
Crap. That's a lot of dragons. Parthenax, can you talk to them, please?
So, it is done.
Yes.
Alduin, Dilon. The eldest is no more. He who came before all others, and has always been.
Is no more. Is done.
Indeed, Alduin Wachlan Dani. His doom was written when he claimed for himself the lordship that properly belonged to Ormahul, our father. I cannot celebrate his fall. Zutiraz ach ochma. He was my brother once. This world will never be the same.
I was just fulfilling my destiny as the Dragonborn.
Indeed, you saw more clearly than I. Certainly more clearly than Alduin. Roch Funta Korah. Perhaps now you have some insight into the forces that shape the Benesitid, the currents of time. Perhaps you begin to see the world as a Dova. But I forget myself. Crosis, solos mivhadon. Melancholy is an easy trap for a Dova to fall into. You have won a mighty victory, Shahroch Kongrach. One that will echo through all the ages of this world for those who have eyes to see. Savor your triumph, Dovahkiin. This is not the last of what you will write upon the currents of time.
I would hope not.
Goran, I feel younger than I have been for many an age. Many of the
Oh crap, I just realized.
Without
This is the end of the main quest
they may
for
yet bow
Skyrim.
to the Varsen, rightness
crap.
of my doom.
So this is the end of Skyrim.
But willing or no, they will hear it. Fare thee well, Dovahkiin.
Fare thee well. Who goes there? Goodbye, old friend. You want for the next? You're that red dragon.
Cruz, as for myself, you've proven your mastery twice over. Thuri Dovahkiin, I gladly acknowledge the power of your throne. Zu Odaving, call me when you have need, and I will come if I can.
I think that's all the dragons that come to talk to me. But it's so weird to think we've made it to the end of Skyrim. It took a long time, but we finally made it to the end. So, I'm gonna have to leave this one here, because this is the very end. So thank you guys so much for watching this one. If you liked it, you know what to do. Keep things crazy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.